Let's get to the next group. The Kodiak Alutiiq dancers are the original Alutiiq dance group in Alaska. The Alutiiq-speaking people live in the coastal villages of Prince William Sound, the Kenai Peninsula, Alaska Peninsula, and Kodiak Island. Today, the Kodiak Alutiiq dancers are witnessing a cultural reawakening as elders share their songs, stories, and cultural values. Through song and dance, the Alutiiq language, once doomed to extinction, is being preserved for future generations. The Kodiak Alutiiq dancers have recreated that spirit through traditional song and dance. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the Kodiak Alutiiq dancers.
How about everybody on this left-hand side before we begin by saying, Awe. Everybody in the middle, Awe. Everybody over here, Awe. The Creator gave us our languages, and that's the reason why we use them. Thank you very much for the people of Juneau for allowing us to dance on your land. Yuktajiknach aya dusa yukatangi, ak ish kalkla, kashtil tu kate, aklil siki, katsu aklil kuklain kanshao ish ak ish nianach, kaikayat yenak sai yakedu asai sak, ye kanat sis, sahitana yakat, shitka dakayakuk sati. Okay? I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Tom Gamble. I'm a Kiksati man from the Clay House in Sitka. The series that you're going to see today is a very meaningful series, and it comes with an underlying message to all of the people who came to celebrate. Before I begin again, I'd like to give a great big round of applause for all the elders and the youth that came to participate. Gunachish. And to recognize all of the families and the friends and the people that wish that they could be here, but for whatever circumstance they're not here, we would also like to say hello to all of our extended families and friends. The Alutiiq series that you're going to see today has a very important meaning to the participants that you're going to see. For more than 200 years, this series had left the Kodiak Island area. The families, decimated by disease, through wars and time, had forgotten the words to these songs. But because there was a Tlingit Kiksati man that went to live amongst the Kodiak people on Kodiak Island, he learned these songs and brought them back, and they lived and thrived in the community of Sitka. For all those years, we sang these songs, and we had no idea what the words meant. They were just songs that we sung. The Sitka Native Education Program helped keep these songs alive by recording elders in the 70s when the program began. Mary Marks said when they were recording those tapes, it's going to be just like their voices were being carried on the wind. And just like that, these voices came back to the people that you're going to see performing today. We, as a Tlingit nation, are very proud people. So are the Haidas and the Tsimshian. And we are blessed to have been able to perpetuate our songs and our dances that are carried on and passed from one generation to the next. But imagine 200 years from now, a time when our kids weren't able to dance and sing the songs that we know and take for granted today. That's the importance of the series that you're going to see today, that these families, for whatever reason, were removed from their families in Kodiak. They were forced to war with our families in Sitka. But thankfully, the National Park Service in Sitka held its 100th anniversary in 2010. I was hired as a centennial planner, and through the superintendent and the brainstorm of this Alutiiq Museum Director Sven Hawkinson, we were able to write a grant through the National Park Foundation to invite the Alutiiq families to come to Sitka, where these songs were shared. And we had tremendous help and support from two elders that aren't here. We'd like to acknowledge Vida and Herman Davis, also Ethel Makinen, and Nancy Douglas was the director of the Southeast Alaska Indian Cultural Center at the time. We worked with the students and shared these songs. One of the coolest things about these songs, though, was that we started to apply some of the Alutiiq meanings to the actual words that we were singing. And now that we realize how precious these songs really are and being able to revive a culture that was almost lost, we feel very proud to be side by side with them. Today, the performance you're going to see is a joint performance between the Alutiiq families in Kodiak and the Gudjaheen dancers. And it's a great honor to be able to participate with them. The four elders that came from Kodiak Island, we also have to acknowledge Florence Pesterkoff, Mary Hawkinson, Margaret Roberts, and Sven Hawkinson also came with the students. So at this time, again, ladies and gentlemen, please share what you know with youth, and the youth out there that are listening, please take the time to listen to an elder. Their knowledge and their time on this earth is very limited. Aktuwasi kukanash chish, aklain kanash chish, anyat kusani hati ade.
Shamai, Huanguda Aluti Teuga Ahuachluda. Atka Samantha Hagelin, Hui Amaka Margaret Roberts. Hello, we are the Kodiak Alutiiq Dancers, and we are proud to be singing and dancing for you. My name is Samantha Hagelin, and this is my grandma, Margaret Roberts.
Guyana. I really want to say thank you to Sealaska Heritage Foundation for all the work that they do in preserving our Native cultures. Thank you very much for inviting the Kodiak Alutiiq Dancers here to perform at Celebration 2012. And it is indeed a very great celebration for the Kodiak Alutiiq Dancers. It's a great celebration for our people from Kodiak Island. For Tom Gamble explained the songs that we're doing here were songs that our people sang a long, long time ago, and they're over 200 years old. And they were brought down to Southeast. And Kuyana Gunishjish, thank you for preserving them. Guyana, thank you so much for preserving them. You know, our culture, there's been a great effort in the revitalization of the culture from Kodiak Island, and we are very grateful to the work that has been done. We're very, very thankful that we have the Alutiiq Museum in Kodiak and all the great work that they are doing. And it is a wonderful effort that is supported by all of our Native corporations on Kodiak Island. It is unity that brought our people together on Kodiak Island, and we work very well. And also, I want to thank our elders. When we first started the Kodiak Alutiiq Dancers, we had a couple of things that we wanted to do, and that was to have a way of teaching our language to our children and involving our elders. And we found out that we only had a handful of songs that had survived over the centuries. And the elders getting together now do remember more and more. One of the songs that you're going to hear today, our elders translated. As Tom said, they were songs that they heard, but they didn't really know what they meant. These songs, when they were sung to our elders, they meant so much. They have meaning. They understand the words. And when we do the next one, our elders say the song means to keep talking. It's so important to keep talking and teaching our children to preserve these things and pass them on for generations and generations to come. It is so important. You know, we lost those songs for 200 years. I hope that there aren't any other cultures that ever have to experience something like that. In 1990, the Kodiak Alutiiq Dancers came down to Celebration. And that was indeed a very great celebration, too. Celebration 2000. With only a handful of songs that we knew at that time, we came forward and we asked if there was anyone who had remembered any songs that might have been from Kodiak Island. May our grandfathers and our grandmothers protect her, love her, and keep her. That was when we heard about the Sitka Native Education Program and Charlie Joseph Sr. Bless Isabella Brady. Isabella Brady was the one that brought she brought her dancers forward and told us of the recollections that Charlie Joseph Sr. had passed on from Kodiak Island. And so it's taken many years, but here we are, 2010, and after 2 different cultural celebrations, here we are to perform them. What a blessing. Quiana, thank you. Isabella Brady, you'll always be in our prayers along with all of your family. Also, at this performance, we have had a special request from Grace Larson. We would like to remember from Larson Bay, Buddy Carlson. Grace, you're standing right up there. Stand up, please, so we could acknowledge you. Quiana, thank you for being here and supporting us. Thank you. And thank you so much to the Kiksadi clan in Sitka. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for your support. It's not every day, I know, that a clan gives permission to do an act like this, and I appreciate that. I'd like to acknowledge my auntie sitting right in the front row. Charlotte McConnell was married to my uncle. Good to see you. To all of our elders, especially those at home that are so active in the Alutiiq language program. And you know, back then we didn't have any Alutiiq language program that was being taught in our school. And we're very, very pleased to say that today our people can learn the language at the Kodiak High School, and at the Kodiak College has come forward, and we have a native language program. So our language is really coming along. Thank them. With that, we want to do the song that our ancestors. We want to dedicate these songs to our ancestors from Kodiak Island, as well as our ancestors down here from Southeast, from Sitka. Gunachish, thank you. Let's always keep talking and keep passing these things down to our children so that we'll never, ever lose them again. With great love in our hearts, as we celebrate singing our very old 200-year-old songs that are quite new to our people. We'll be doing them many times at Celebration, I'm sure. Quiana, thank you.
One of the reasons why we did so much talking is that series was that was its entirety. It's a very short song series. But just a little break here. We were challenged last year by a gentleman from Metlakatla, I believe, or from the Get Home Dancers to compose a song. And we've got one to share with you here in just a minute. But the other day I heard an elder saying he had overheard these little kids running around, jumping on all kinds of things, and a mom grabbed him off the chair. "Sit down, be good. Sit down, be quiet." The little boy said, "I'll be good for 10 cents. I'll be good for 10 cents. And the mother looked at him and said, "Why don't you be good for nothing like your dad?" That one was from a gentleman that came from Angoon. I believe his name is Cyril George. I can't take credit for that joke. This one takes a little bit of crowd participation. Some of the dancers know it. Some of the people in Sitka know this. It's a song that we use. It was a very solemn moment to listen to all the people that were here telling their story that was very, very deep and moving. But at this time, we want to break some of the silence and share a happy song. You guys ready for a happy song? So when I raise my drumstick, I need to hear 2 claps. Okay, let's practice. Ready? All together. And one more time. Remember, if you're ever feeling down, if you're not feeling good, you have permission from us to use this song. Are you ready? Okay, you ready? Are you ready? Say, "Oh, well." Okay, here we go. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you want to clearly show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. There you go. You guys can use that anytime you want when you're not feeling good.
The The dancers have been practicing a lot of their new songs, and they want to share those with you.
This song we are going to do for you is Umyakahtaka. This song is telling the stories of elders remembering the days of salmon fishing. This song was written by a group of Alutiiq learners.
The next song we'll be doing for you, Chauyika by Lauren Anderson, is a song about finding our song and dance. Where did we go? We did not travel. Where did we find it? We found it in ourselves.
Hey
The next song we'll be doing for you is Pingach Chi. It means we are thank you and for inviting us. Our performance is coming to an end. The Kodiak Aleut dancers would like to thank you for coming and listening to us. This song was written by Samantha Lynn Hagelin, who's right here, and Eliziana Antonsen.
Now we are going to do our exit song, Kuyana Teluchi. Thank you for coming.